How can I help you?
Howdy, I came to sell my Pokemon card.
Is this an error card?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's obviously an error card, right? The back is blank.
that is right. I'm looking to sell my extremely rare Ghastly Error Pokemon card. It's one of the rarest errors you're probably going to find. Both sides are printed on one side of the card, and the other side's completely blank, something that definitely should have been caught in quality control. I'm looking to get $4,000 for my Error Ghastly Pokemon card.
So this is actually pretty cool. You know, Pokemon's been around since 1996, but was, brought here from Japan in 1999. And everyone wanted to collect Pokemon cards, play Pokemon video games, and watch the Pokemon cartoons. And typically, on a Pokemon card, you would have the back of the card would look like this Pokemon, and then the front of the card would have been printed right here on this white space, but you can actually see the front of the card was printed right over the back of the card. Can I take it out of the plastic?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I mean, it does feel right. I've played thousands of games of Pokemon and looked at my cards many times, so that is something I do know. Even though it's double printed, you can fully make out the back and you can fully make out the front. So I really, really like that. It's actually pretty cool you have this error. I've never seen one like this. So how did you get this?
So another collector opened a theme deck, and some of the cards inside had this error where they were printed twice on one side and not printed on the back. And I purchased this one from him, and it's been in my collection ever since.
So how much are you looking to get for it?
I think I'd like $4,000 for it.
Okay, that seems like a pretty high price. I don't know if it's too high, but error cards kind of have their own markets, so I need to have someone come down and take a look at it. And first, tell me that it is a authentic Pokemon misprinted card and not just something that someone was able to create on a printer. And also maybe shed some light on what they think the value could be. It could kind of be all over the place with these errors. Should we get him in here and see what he says?
Sounds great.
Give me just a few minutes, I'll be right back.
No worries.
It feels like a good card to me, but
Yeah.
I figured I'd get the pros down here.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of these cards. I mean, these errors are worth a lot of money, so there's every reason for people to manipulate them. This is an XY Evolutions card printed in 2016. Ghastly, obviously a popular Pokemon type. And, the manufacturing at these printing facilities is very top-notch, and the security is really tight, and they really just look out for things like this. So the fact that this, avoided the fate of getting pulled out of production, that's just a miracle of survival right there.
Because it's not a small error.
No, it's not a small, it's blatantly obvious. That's messed up. Error collecting is something that really blossomed in the last 5-6 years because you can have error cards that are very common from $5 to $10 a piece, all the way up to $100,000 for some of the most rare errors on rarer cards. If you have a really rare card with an error that's really dramatic, then it can be worth a lot of money. So yeah, first off, we want to make sure it's real. So, take a look at it real quick. The intricate details here are just all there. The corners look correct, the cut's correct, everything looks right. Very happy to say that this card is unquestionably real. This is a true rarity right here.
I have no doubt, but it's good to hear you say it.
Yeah, it's a nice item.
What kind of value do you think this has?
I'd probably be right around $3,000, I think, is a fair value, fair retail value for that error.
I think that's a little bit conservative, but I respect your opinion.
All right, well, his opinion is the one I have to live with, so I thank you for coming down and helping me out here.
Always my pleasure, chum. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, well, he thinks it's worth about $3,000. I'd be a buyer at $2,000. What do you think?
I think 2,000's a little low. 2,000's half of what I came in here looking for, and while I respect his opinion, I do think it's a little bit conservative.
What about 2,300?
Again, that still feels a little bit off from me, but I'm still willing to compromise if you could go to maybe 2,500.
It's a very unique error card, so I think I'm comfortable at 2,500.
That's awesome.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Go meet me over at the counter, and I'll buy it from you.
That sounds great.
2,500.
Cheers.
Sounds good.
I'm walking home with some cash, so I definitely played this card right.